Hi guys, welcome back. This is a follow-up video to the one that I done 2-3 weeks ago. I did an unboxing video for this unit right here, which is the Hikmicro PH35 LRF thermal rifle scope. This video is basically going to be a field test review. I'm just going to quickly run through the main features of the scope, then I'll be taking it out into the field, getting it zeroed, then I'll be out and about after some rabbits, putting it through its paces, and then I'll give you my honest opinion on what I think about the scope at the end. So, for those of you who've seen my unboxing video, I actually said that this scope doesn't come with this mount. I do stand corrected. Sean at Optics Warehouse actually pointed out, he said, well, it does actually. So you do get the mount with the scope. It goes onto a Picatinny rail system. I've got this fitted onto my CZ 457 22LR. Like I said, I'm going to be going out and about after the rabbits with it. So the unit itself, starting at the front, got a nice 360-degree pop-up lens cover. Position it anywhere you want, really. The only thing I will say, if you're going to be using the LRF, don't have it pointing upwards because you'll render it useless. You won't be able to ping your target. So either to the sides or tucked underneath will be absolutely fine. Moving back, we've got the 35mm objective lens. This is the focus ring, nice smooth action on it. Some people tend to put fishing coaster on there just to help focus it. Personally, I don't think you're going to need it with this one. It's got a nice smooth action on it. Moving to the unit on top, which is the LRF itself. Now, this has a couple of functions on it. Basically, you can have it set to once, which basically means when you look through the viewfinder, you'll see a little white box in it. Put it over your target, push the button, and it will ping it and tell you how far away it is. But if you go into the main menu system, you can either set it to 15 seconds, 30 seconds, or a minute continuous, which basically means every time you put the little box over your target or wherever you're going to be pointing it, it will constantly range that area that you're looking at for the duration of whatever you set it to. Personally, I'm just going to use it on the once. I'm just going to look at my target, ping it, and that'll be the end of it. But it's nice to have that extra feature so you can have it running continuously. Moving back, you've got the compartment for the 18650 battery. Back from that, you've got the focus ring for the ocular lens, and then you've got this little rubber eyepiece on the back of that. Moving to the left-hand side of the unit, the front button is the power button. Push and hold it and it will activate the unit within 6 to 7 seconds. When it's up and running, if you push it once, it'll put it in standby mode, and if you push and hold it, it'll shut the unit down within 3 seconds. Moving back to the center button, that is for the laser rangefinder, so you just put it on your target, push the button, and away you go. If you push and hold the button, it will take a picture. Moving back to the rear button, that is the main menu button, but if you push and hold the center button with the rear button, it activates video recording. The rear button is also the zoom. It's got an 8x digital zoom on it, so you can scroll either way really, just to bring in the picture a bit closer. If you repeatedly push the button, it goes through the 4 color palettes, which is red hot, white hot, black hot, and fusion. And then if you push and hold the button, you access the main menu, everything from the zero in, picture in picture. Your profiles, you get 5 profiles with it, so you can put it on multiple rifles. You've got all your crosshairs, etc. It's all in that main menu system. So that is the main features of the scope, guys. Just around on this right hand side here, we do have a little pull down rubber cover, which is for the Type-C USB to transfer all your data from the scope onto your computer. So those are the main features of the scope. I'm going to take it out into the field now, put it to paper, get it zeroed, then we're going to go out after the rabbits. Okay, so here's my target. As you can see, set up for 50 yards. All I'm using is aluminium tape. Stands out really well in the thermal. I had a couple of shots initially. This one here was the last point of impact, so I'm going to use that as a reference for when I use the one-shot zero, and then hopefully put it somewhere about there. So the first thing that we do is push and hold the menu button, click the reticle option, and then we scroll down through our sub-menu to the freeze mode. And what we do is hold the crosshair in the centre of the target, and then we push the menu button to freeze the picture. Now, this brings up another menu, so what we do is we scroll down and click menu button again. This gives us our left to right correction. So we need to go left slightly. And then press the menu button again. And then scroll up. This gives our up and down option. Somewhere there. And what we do is push the menu button again, and that's set the settings. So what we do is we push and hold the menu button. It comes up with save the parameters. So we move it across to OK, push the menu button again, takes us back to the main menu, and then we push and hold the menu button and it takes us back to the main picture. And all we have to do now, put the crosshairs back in the center and hopefully be somewhere near it. So looking at that, the up and down looks pretty much spot on, but it just needs to come to the left slightly. So I'm going to make a quick adjustment and then we'll try it again. Okay, so after doing the one shot zero, this hole here on the right was the point of impact. So I made a slight adjustment, and these two holes here are actually 5 shots. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. So let's take it out into the field and see how we get on. So here we have our fox. I'm about to put the little white box on him to range to see how far away he is. The fox already knew that I was there because the wind was blowing my scent directly towards him, and the shot itself wouldn't have been safe anyway because directly behind that back hedge is a main road about 150 yards away. So here are the 4 colour palettes that the scope has to offer. And just before our furry little friend disappears through the back hedge, I managed to range him again. And as you can see, the picture quality is very good on the base mag, especially at this sort of range. So in this clip you'll notice that I'm scanning around the field and I'm ranging each rabbit individually just to see how far away they are. You'll notice that in the following clips after this one, the shots that I take, there is no sound to it, and that is because this particular model doesn't have the audible feature on it, it only video records. So there we go, that's the field test done. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about this scope, the pros and cons. There are a couple of cons which I will get to in a moment, but I'm going to start with the plus points because there's lots of them. I love the 360 flip up lens cover. I think that's a really good feature. That I was using mine with the lens cover face down, just to keep it out of the way of the laser rangefinder. The front focus, ever so smooth, nice and easy to adjust. The rangefinder is very, very good, out to 600 meters, maximum range on that. And I even got on with the rubber eyepiece on the back. I'm not a fan of this, as a lot of you know, but when it comes to zeroing it in, it kept all the natural light out the back because it was quite a bright day when I'd done it. And even using it at night, I had no problems with it whatsoever. The menu system, yeah, great, exactly the same as the Alpex, navigate around it, no problems whatsoever. But the main thing about this scope that I love more than anything is its size. It's so compact, lightweight, you barely notice it being on the rifle. Hike have really got it absolutely spot on with this. Personally, I think you'll find it hard to beat this scope with the laser rangefinder, the thermal ability. I think you'll find it hard pressed to find a scope that's going to outmatch this one, especially if you're going to be using it for air rifle shooting or rimfire shooting. This base model, the PH35, I think is absolutely perfect for close to mid-range shooting. I don't think you'll find one better. If you're going to use it for foxing, which I would, personally I think I'll go for the Pro, just so you've got the better sensor and everything in it. Yeah, it does pixelate quite bad as you zoom in, but I was using it on the base mag all the time and I had no problems with it whatsoever. But I definitely would go for the Pro model, basically so I can use it on the rimfire and the 223. That's just my own opinion. So yeah, it's a cracking little scope, it really, really is. The only things that I didn't like about it, only a couple of things, was the video record mode. I said that you had to push those two buttons to activate the video record, and that's not the case. You have to push in the center button, hold it, and then click the rear button. Now, no, it's no big deal, but personally I'd like to have a one button operation, just to push it to start it, push it to stop it. They've got it so you can push and hold it and it takes a picture. I think that would be better if that was for the video recording, or even if you had a separate button on here that you could just use, rather than use two. It did catch me out a couple of times. I was sort of like in a hurry to take a shot and trying to push it, it didn't start the recording, so you've got to sort of like just slow down a little bit, push the center button and hold it and then click the rear one. But other than that, I think they could do a little bit of job of sorting out a record mode on that. And the other thing is the battery life. Now, Hike say that this has a runtime of up to 6 hours, as long as you've got the Wi-Fi and the hot tracking modes turned off. I don't know, I think I beg to differ on that one. I took out with me 3 18650 batteries, and within less than 3 hours I was on the last battery. Now, in its defence, I have had my batteries for a long time, so they could be coming to their end of life. I use them in the IR torch and my normal torch. That's basically what I use them in. So putting them in a thermal unit, yes, it's going to use it a lot more, use the power consumption a lot more. So personally, I would like to go out and buy some brand new batteries, fully charge them, take them back out into the field and see how much time you do actually get with them. But unfortunately, I've got to send this back to Optics Warehouse, so I won't be able to do that test. So if anybody has got one of these and can confirm if you do get a lot better battery life than what I was getting out of it, then please let me know. But yeah, the actual scope itself is brilliant. I really would highly recommend getting one of these. At the moment, this particular 35 model is not available at Optics Warehouse. They're out of stock, not sure when they're going to get them back in. They've got the PH50 models in, and they've got the Pro models in. So if this is something you're interested in, guys, then head over to them and they'll sort you out. So I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Sean at Optics for sending me this unit out to try. It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed using it. I am certainly going to be looking into getting the Pro model of this, like I say, because I want to use it on my 223 as well as the rimfire. So yeah, it is a cracking little unit, and Hike have really got it sorted with the size and everything. Absolutely spot on. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you've got any questions regarding this unit, I'll leave comments below. I'll answer them the best I can. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.